Listen, bro, you're not ugly. In fact, you might be downplaying your attractiveness this whole entire time. You see, the way we perceive our own attractiveness is usually through outside validation. You know, people telling us we're handsome all the time, or maybe on social media getting thousands of likes on our pictures. You know, normal stuff. But for most men, that may not be the case. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 5 subtle signs you might be more attractive than what you think. Subscribe and like. Let's get into it. With the new age of online media, social media, dating apps, and me myself as the digital Romeo teaching guys how to look better in pictures, there's one thing that I've came across, and that is most guys actually look better in real life. So if you've ever been out on a date and a woman told you that you look better in real life, chances are you might be downplaying your own attractiveness. And the reason is because sometimes we get so attached to our digital image that we forget that, hey, I'm really that guy in person too. And so the truth is, maybe you just don't know how to take pictures. Maybe you just don't know how to present yourself the right way. But truth is, you're probably a few points higher in real life. And I believe though online and social media is important when it comes to your presentation and taking pictures the most attractive way, but don't neglect yourself too much because you actually might be 1 or 2 points higher when you go out in real life. I actually love this whenever I meet a girl from dating apps and she happens to look better in real life than she does in pictures. It's like literally the best thing ever. I'm sure some of you guys have had that experience too. Now, though you look better in real life, I don't believe every guy should just stick with that. You still want to work on your online presentation. You still want to work on actually presenting yourself in the most attractive way through pictures and online media, because that's kind of where the world is heading in regards to people perceiving us, right? And most of you guys watching this right now have literally never seen me in person. You see me through videos, you see me through pictures. So with that being said, that is my image. Sometimes I'll meet guys and they'll tell me like, yo, you're bigger in person. I've had girls actually too, not necessarily tell me that I'm more handsome in person, but I'm not a catfish. And I think that's the biggest thing that matters there, is that you at least want to have some sort of congruency between your online image and your in real life image. However, if you look more attractive in real life, then that's a good sign. All right, so have you ever been in the gym? You're just doing your sets, maybe you're doing some pull-ups, some curls, whatever it may be, and a guy just comes up to you and asks you like, hey, what do you eat? What's your diet like? What's your workout routine like? I don't know about you guys, but this has happened to me literally all the time, where I'm just going about my day. I don't even have to be in the gym, and some guys sort of ask me what routine am I on, or ask me advice without me offering or soliciting any sort of information that I'm a coach or anything. So that's the next subtle sign that you may be more attractive than what you think, is the fact that other men ask you what your routines are. And it doesn't only have to be your workout routine. It could be your hair routine. It could be your beard routine. It could be your skincare routine, because some of you guys actually have really nice skin, but if you don't, that's where today's sponsor comes in, and that is Tiege Hanley. Listen, like I said, some of you guys are on a great routine, but if you're not, Tiege Hanley makes skincare super simple. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 4. Personally, I've been using the Tiege Hanley system for over 3.5 years at this point in time. Every single day, multiple times a day. And it's definitely made a big difference in regards to my skincare and how my face looks, especially with me being on camera, going out to events, doing photo shoots all the time. The reason why it's so simple is because all you gotta do is pick a level, then from there, follow the steps. Me personally, I like the level 3 system. It comes with face wash, the eye serum, super serum, and then your AM and PM moisturizers. AM moisturizer you're gonna use throughout the day because it has SPF in it, which is gonna help protect you against the sun's harmful rays, which can cause skin damage and also photo aging. And then let's say you're having a night out or going on a date, that's when you just wanna use the wash, the serums, and then use the PM moisturizer. It doesn't have SPF in it, but it will smooth your face out and make sure that it's not dry so that you're looking handsome all night. So if you want a better skincare routine starting today, check the link down below to where you can get your first box of Tiege for 10% off alongside with a free gift. Trust me, bro, you're not gonna regret it. There's a saying I like to say, and that is opportunities present themselves to those who present themselves. So the next subtle sign that you might be more attractive than what you think is the fact that every time you present yourself, opportunities get presented to you. This can go in any facet, sphere, men, woman, doesn't matter. But a big example that I have, and this has happened twice to me, literally 2 times to me, is the fact that I'm putting myself out there on dating apps, social media, not asking for anything, and then opportunities always arise from the fact that I present myself out there. For example, I met a fashion stylist on Hinge a few months back who so happened to work with Neiman Marcus, which is like this designer brand. And so what she did, she saw my look, and then from there connected me with the manager of Neiman Marcus, and then I got booked for a photo shoot for Neiman Marcus, a luxury brand, in which if I never presented myself on Hinge, that would have never happened. Another example is that I met this other girl on Bumble who happens to run like this big e-commerce brand, and then, you know, we might have had a business meeting or not, but the point is she wanted me to model for her e-commerce brand. So if you find yourself like going out in public or going to the gym consistently, or even on dating apps and social media, and more opportunities are being presented to you in regards to how you look, especially in regards to people wanting you to model their stuff, or maybe wanting you to be a part of some media. This is people in a way telling you like, hey, I think you're attractive. I think you have this certain look to present this for this certain media type. I want you to be in it. And even though directly they won't say like you're super hot or you're super attractive or you're handsome, that's a clear sign that through you presenting yourself, you're being presented opportunities. And honestly, it doesn't have to be just the way you look. Another example is that I was in the gym a few weeks ago once again, and a guy came up to me who's doing some sort of media for this fitness program he's coming out with. It's like, you know, some P90X sort of like fitness program thing. And he wanted me to be one of the fitness people, like showing the exercises for an example without me even introducing myself to him. He literally just came up to me and was like, hey, I'm doing this project. I want you to be like an extra in the background for this project, right? So that's when I realized anytime I present myself, or maybe you guys present yourselves too, if opportunities are just clearly and always being presented to you in some sort of fashion, chances are you're a lot more attractive than what you think you are. Now, we talked about your digital image, we talked about opportunities, we talked about routines, but one big thing about body language, if you guys ever notice this, is that people just cannot look you in the eye. And overall, they just have really nervous body language. Here's the psychology fact. People are a lot more nervous and less confident around people they perceive more attractive, especially more attractive than themselves, or just highly attractive in general. So let's say you're on a date and a girl can't look you in the eye. She's nervous, probably not making good conversation, a bit shy. That's a clear sign that she perceives you to be highly attractive. And if this happens on a consistent basis, even outside of dates, let's say you're meeting just a dude or at the gym or this worker here, this anybody, if they can't look you in the eye and you can clearly see that they have nervous body language, they perceive you to be attractive even if you don't see it yourself. And I started to realize this for myself whenever I would be out on dates. I remember this one time specifically. Of course, she couldn't make eye contact with me, but she was gonna show me something on her phone and I literally saw her hands trembling. I see her hands trembling, bro. Like it was just literally shaking. Like I didn't call her out on it or anything, but in my head, I'm like, damn, this girl's nervous. So at this point in time, it's almost a red flag if a girl's like a little too confident, like on the first date, or when you meet like anybody and they're a little too confident. Chances are either they're used to being around attractive people or they just don't find you that attractive. And that's when you can get actually deeper into the psychology aspect of it from a male's point of view. Let's say you're on a date with a very attractive woman. The more confident you act, the more it kind of seems like you're kind of used to it and that you're not fazed by her attractiveness. But on the opposite hand, let's say you're with a very attractive woman and you're nervous, you can't look her in the eye, you got weak body language, you're letting her know subconsciously like, hey, I'm not used to being around an attractive woman, or I perceive you highly, highly attractive. So watch out for people's body language, including yourselves, whenever that happens. Now, lastly, I'm not sure if this is super subtle, but any attractive man can attest to this, and this is the fact that you attract gay men or homosexual men, right? If you're a guy and you've never attracted a gay man in your life, or you don't have just gay men trying to hit at you, or maybe you go somewhere and it might be a few gay people and they're making eye contact with you, chances are you're probably not as attractive as what you think you are. I cannot tell you that every single attractive guy, like genuinely, objectively attractive guy, has to some degree attracted gay men, not just one, but like all the time. And of course, like when you're attractive, you put yourself out together, you might give like metrosexual sort of vibes. You don't give homosexual vibes because you want to be more masculine. But men, especially gay men, know what looks good to them. Sometimes more than women do. And they're also a lot more open about it. So sometimes I've had gay men sort of approach me in environments, they come off straight. Keep in mind, I had no idea they were gay, but later on I learned that they were gay and that they literally just cold approached me trying to make a friendship or something like that. That goes with social media and dating apps too. If you got gay dudes consistently hitting you up, sometimes more than straight women, then you might want to readjust your image and how you're presenting yourself to the world. But it's also a clear sign too, an affirmation that you're probably a lot more handsome than what you actually think you are. Because like I said, gay men know what they want and they know what looks good. If you're an ugly or unattractive guy, you're probably never gonna have any sort of gay men trying to get at you. So overall, just notice these little hints and these subtle cues. And if you relate to, I would say, at least 3 out of 5 of these points, you're definitely a lot more attracted than what you perceive yourself to be, all right? Let me know if I missed any down below. Definitely don't forget to check out Teach Hanley down below if you want a better skincare routine. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.